What's up guys? And today's video is going to be a little different from most of my videos. So basically what this video is going to be about is how effective Rook's armor pack is. So what I basically did is go to a custom game with 3 of my friends. One picked a 3 armored operator, the other picked a 2 armored operator, and the last one picked a 1 armored operator. So I decided to start off with a 3 armored operator. So the first 3 tests were done at a distance of 10 meters. Since most attacking operators have a damage on their weapon around 40 to 45, I decided to pick Thatcher's AR because it does 42 damage. So I'm going to start off with the 3 armored operators. After I tested this out for a bit, I figured out it's actually really only 3 damage multipliers. One being the foot and the leg, the second being the body and the arm, including the hands, and the last one of course is a headshot. So when I shot the 3 armored operator in the foot/leg, it actually only did 21 damage. This means that the gun only did 50% of its actual pure damage. So when I shot my friend in his arm, hand, or body, it did the exact same damage. And with a 3 armored operator, it only did 33 damage. That means that the gun only did 79% of its actual pure damage. Now I decided to do the test with actual Rook vest on. When I shot the operator in the leg and foot, it actually only did 17 damage, which is actually 40% damage of the actual gun. Now as for body and arm shots, the gun actually only did 27 damage, which means that the gun only did 64% of its actual pure damage. Just to remind you guys, this is at 10 meters only, and of course the further you shoot your enemy, the less damage your gun's going to be doing. Test results might be different if you shoot it from a further distance away. Now for a 2 armored operator, a shot in the foot and leg does 28 damage without the Rook vest. This means the gun only dealt 67% of its actual damage. Now when I shot him in the arm or body, it actually did 38 damage. This is 90% of the gun's actual pure damage. I did the same exact thing, the only difference now is that the 2 armored operator now has a Rook vest. So now a shot in the foot or leg does 23 damage to the 2 armored operator, and this means the gun only did 55% damage. Now a shot to the body, arm, or hand did 31 damage, which is 74% damage of the actual gun. And all these shots are also done at 10 meters. Finally, the last operator I tested was the 1 armored operator. So when I shot the 1 armored operator in the foot or leg, it did 31 damage. This is rounded to 74% damage of the actual gun. And when I shot the operator in the arm, body, or hand, it did exactly 42 damage, which is 100% pure damage. For the next 2 shots, I actually had the Rook vest on the 1 armored operator, and at 10 meters, the gun did 26 damage to the foot and leg, which is rounded to 62 damage of the actual gun. And as a shot to the body, arm, or hand, it actually did 35 damage, which is 83% of the gun's actual pure damage. And remember that every single test was done with Thatcher's AR at 10 meters. So now I'm going to do a little quick overview of the actual damage for each operator. So at 10 meters with no vest, 3 armored operators take 50% damage on the foot or leg, and they take 79% damage on the body or arm. For 2 armored operators, they take 67% on the foot or leg, and they take 90% on the body, arm, or hand. Finally, 1 armored operators take 74% damage on the foot or leg, and they take 100% damage on the body, arm, or hand. Now with the same distance of 10 meters with the actual Rook vest on, a 3 armored operator takes 40% damage on the foot or leg, and shots to the body, arm, or hand does 64% damage. For a 2 armored operator, it does 55% damage to the foot or leg, and if you shoot him in the body, arm, or hand, it does 74% damage. Finally, for the 1 armored operator, a shot to the foot or leg does 62% damage, and a shot to the body, arm, or hand does 83% damage. Now going back to the actual question of how well does Rook's armor vest work. Now for a 3 armored operator, as you see on the screen, a shot to the foot or leg does 10% damage reduction, and a shot to the body, arm, or hand does 15% damage reduction. For a 2 armored operator, it does 12% damage reduction to the leg or foot, and it does 16% damage reduction to the body, arm, or hand. For a 1 armored operator, it does 12% damage reduction on the foot or leg, and for body, arm, and hand shots, it does 17% damage reduction. Now looking at these numbers, 10 to 17% damage reduction doesn't really seem like a lot. If you think of it, if you put on a Rook vest on a 1 armored operator like a Jaeger, he actually becomes stronger than a medium armored operator. One interesting thing I did find out about this test is that the 1 armored operators actually get the most damage reduction out of the 3. That Rook vest does help out 1 armored operators a lot. I mainly say this because it's a lot harder hitting those fast operators in the head, so most times you're going to land body shots on them. And being able to take 1 or 2 extra bullets to the body might not seem like a lot, but sometimes it could be the difference between winning or losing a gunfight. I wanted to test how well this is going to work at 20 meters, which is double the distance of the first test. And what the results showed is that the damage reduction actually goes down a little bit if you are further away. So Rook's body armor would only give you a damage reduction of 7% to 12%, depending on the operator and the body part that gets hit. So what I've learned from this whole testing is that Rook's body armor was not meant to give you a huge boost in damage reduction. It does give you that little boost that actually could help you in many situations. Also, light armored operators are the best ones to get Rook vests because they get a huge damage reduction. And since you're a fast operator, the chance of you getting shot in the body is a lot more likely because how fast you are. Overall, the Rook vest actually work really well with your team. Having that damage reduction could really help you out in some rounds. And this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you did, hit that like button. Also, if you want more Rainbow Six Siege content like this, subscribe to my channel. I hope you found this video a little interesting. And once again, thanks for watching.